organized an advanced horology experience in Singapore for 5 Indian watch collectors, and here is what they had to say. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Lux Insider with Anita Khatri, and let's understand what they have to say as far as the experience is concerned.
When JAMM announced this experience, I was ecstatic. I was super interested in attending this workshop because, as someone who enjoys watchmaking, um, horology, I thought this was a unique experience where we get to not only come to Singapore, which has a very rich watch culture, but also spend some time with the different maisons out here, such as Patek Philippe or the Mas Piguet, and at the end of it, the cherry on the cake being making our own watch. I think it's an experience which I would highly recommend to all my fellow peers who are interested in watches and watchmaking. Um, and for me, it didn't just meet expectations; it exceeded expectations, and I'm very very happy to be here. Um, what I most enjoyed in this entire visit was our visit to the AP Audemars Piguet House, AP House. I think getting a tour of the facility by the attendees, by the attendants, and also getting to try on some unique pieces which one would never even dream of being able to wear on a wrist. I think that just made the entire experience that much more fantastic. So thank you for having me.
The trip organized here was, I feel, one of a kind. The first time Anita ma'am told us about it, I was like, we have to do something like this because it's going to be a once in a lifetime experience. Uh, the experiences were different, unique, and everywhere we went was, just something new to learn. From going to the service center to knowing on how watches are being worked on, being taken care of, the passion these watchmakers have for maintaining these watches. Going down to AP House, looking at the vintage watch collection of someone in the bloodline of AP was again a beautiful experience. Walking through the streets of Singapore was again, just mesmerizing. Then we come to like what I feel was like a really main event, the watchmaking. Uh, it was really different from what we had imagined because there were elements of the watchmaking that I have never explored. From polishing parts to having different finishes on it, and then assembling it back, and then testing uh, the accuracy and all of that. That is something really unique, and that was, I think, again another surprise on letting us work on the movements ourselves. You know, whether it's removing the scratches or putting a new finish on it, it's really unique. The AP house was definitely a surprise.
So basically, I've been quite recently, I mean, it's not quite recent, but at least 2 to 3 years, I've been collecting watches and I've been fascinated by watches. And once you start getting a hang of watches, you start also researching more about it. So after a point, you realize that wearing watches and actually understanding what goes behind the mechanism of it are two different things. So just to understand the mechanism, how it works, what goes inside making a watch and how it runs is what actually made me go for the workshop.
And so, how was the experience?
The experience was actually amazing. We learned so many things, and the thing is, you when you see when you see a watch, it's just a face which tells you time, right? But when we actually started assembling the watch, even the slightest of mistakes can make the watch go haywire. So we learned so many concepts in terms of how to make the watch more accurate, how to test whether or not it's waterproof, yes or no, doing a slight tweak which can enhance the performance, do not tamper the parts so that it doesn't catch any moisture or affects the performance whatsoever. So all these concepts were kind of unknown, not just to me or probably whoever attended the workshop. So all these things actually made me realize that it's not just assembling a watch. It's actually making sure it's more like a scientific process to bring together a watch. So that is something which I would always keep with me. At the same time, the people who had joined the workshop, amazing vibe. Not even just the group, but the instructors who were there, great vibe. We were very welcomed, and as I was mentioning, anything which we wanted to ask, any questions outside of the workshop, they attended them very warmly. So I'll take that with me. I would say if anyone who is remotely interested in watchmaking should definitely explore uh, about this. If not this workshop, then maybe just explore the art of watchmaking, and you will realize how much goes inside of it. So and I would like to especially thank Anita and JAMM for organizing this entire experience. I don't think I would have been able to even know about this workshop in the first place if it wasn't for Anita and JAMM. So thanks a lot, and I'm pretty sure that there are more incoming, and I'm going to be a part of it. So thanks.
Firstly, I'll say that when I first, enrolled for the Trove experiences, Anita, your watchmaking experience. Since then, I was intrigued at how further what can be more done in this area. And as soon as I received this, I immediately grabbed it. Um, I so firstly it was held in Singapore, and we came to know about that by a Swiss watchmaker. So that is what was intriguing. I would say that the experience was very good. Uh, I genuinely was expecting that it will be reassembling a watch, but it was way more beyond that. We could actually polish our own. We had some parts of the watch, so I would say that experience was very good, and I wish that more such experiences are curated by you, and I would wish to attend any part of the world wherever possible, and I would continue, maybe being a jam member so that I get to experience such things, and I hope that more and more people, get to know the beauty of mechanical watches. Yes. So surprise would the entire 2 day which were planned, the visits to the watch boutique houses, the way they explained the history was completely. That was a surprise. I thought it could be a normal boutique trail where we just see watches, but this was way beyond that. So this was actually you connecting to a brand, you connecting to the world of watches. And the best part here was we had our initials in the watches. We could select our belts, so that was more personalized. This is something I think I'll remember and cherish.
I wanted an insight, for horology. So that was the first thing, that made me, I was inclined to come. It was amazing. I think we did max what we can do in horology.